Timothee Chalamet is set to star in the highly anticipated Luca Guadagnino film, Bones and All. Many people have been excited ever since this film was announced, as it will be the first collaboration between Luca and Timothee Chalamet since the critically acclaimed Call Me By Your Name burst Timothee Chalamet onto the scene, being the youngest Oscar-nominated actor in decades, and the third youngest of all time. It's safe to say this is one of, if not the most anticipated indie films of the year. In this video essay, I will go over some great early feedback from Hollywood insiders, critics, and the writer himself, as why I believe this film and Chalamet's performance specifically shows how Timothee Chalamet has left his mark on Hollywood already, and how he may have shaped and changed the way young actors will perform and be perceived in the coming years. In order to fully understand how just one young actor can completely change films and the course of acting forever, we need to take it back to Marlon Brando, who many regard as the first actor to really bring realistic and naturalistic performances to the screen. Before Brando, actors were more showmen, and everyone watching the movie knew they were watching actors, but enjoyed the show they put on and the entertainment they brought. Very similar to WWE wrestling. However, when Brando came, he delivered performances in films like On the Waterfront and A Streetcar Named Desire, which blew audience members away and made Brando a global icon. It was the first time anyone had ever seen an actor, let alone a military-aged and built male actor, express emotion in such a raw, unfiltered, and non-flamboyant way. Due to that, a lot of young actors coming up really took inspiration from Brando, and acting very quickly turned from being performance-based to naturalistic, which brought the likes of James Dean, Anthony Hopkins, and most recently De Niro and Meryl Streep, who all credit Brando as the ultimate reference and inspiration for their acting style. Now, changes like this don't come along very often, but it's been pretty evident in the last few years that Timothée Chalamet is one of these actors that come along and change acting and cinema forever. Now, I've talked before about his acting style and how he represents a cultural shift that Western society is going through, so I'll touch on something different in today's video. Recently, the writer of Bones and All said this about Chalamet's performance. Timothée understood that he wasn't the central character of the film, and he decided out of the gate that he would play defense for this film in a way that I find really touching and moving. Actually, the way he has elevated Taylor Russell's performance has been really gratifying to see. Now, why this is so good to hear is because it comes at a time where a lot of the films we see are treated as a business, which I understand because at the end of the day, everyone has families to feed and a roof they need over their head, but it has also resulted in famous actors only being cast as the lead, or even if they are a supporting role, they are used so much in the story that they basically are a co-lead. And where this is worst is in young actors, and they are so appealing to studios as they drive the social market in a way that is unprecedented in human history. As for older, more established actors, they are able to do a few more supporting roles, but even then, it is only when they are superb character actors, and you could probably count all the big-name Hollywood actors who do supporting roles in indie films on both hands. However, as for Chalamet, for him to be so willing to be supporting character and play defense in scenes rather than show off his ability really is incredible, and I think is what the art of acting is all about, as this has been happening in theatre forever, but never in film, especially when dealing with an actor as famous as Timothée Chalamet. And I believe that having someone with such a big name put the art of acting first over story, budget, and opinions really is a push in the right direction, and may very well result in a change in the performances of actors in the future generations to come. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.